guys, so I am back to film a very quick tutorial for y'all. I am going to do a very quick natural eyebrow tutorial. I just recently got my eyebrows done and I have finally figured out how I kind of like my brows to be now. For work and stuff, they're not as dramatic as they normally are, as you saw in my past eyebrow tutorial. They're a little bit more low-key and really just natural. They are still filled in. They're not completely just this. They're a little filled in. I just kind of fill in my brow shape and go from there. But this video is actually also kind of requested, not kind of, it was requested by one of my friends back home in Texas because she was having issues trying to figure out how to fill out her brows and all that stuff because she was still relatively new to it. So I decided to just go ahead and film it for y'all. I'm going to give two quick little notes before I start filming. The lighting may be a little bit differently because Connecticut has finally decided that it is summer and my whole backyard is green, like it's covered in trees and all this stuff, so the lighting has kind of changed. I have had to play around a lot with my camera because without the right settings my face looks green, so hopefully it does not look green today. Also, you might hear some noise outside because CCSU is doing a little bit of construction right next door, and they've been waking me up at 6 in the goddamn morning every day with this freaking ruckus, and they keep going until like 5 in the afternoon. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. That way it is quick, like I said. So, yeah, let's do it. Alright, so for this super quick, super easy eyebrow tutorial, you're going to need 2 to 3 things depending on what you're comfortable with. For someone who is new to eyebrows, you might want to stick to just a very simple routine from the start, just either an eyebrow pencil or an eyebrow powder. Today I'm going to be using both. Both are from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Like I said in my past brow tutorial, she is the only thing I use on my eyebrows, and it's still very much true. The only other thing that I will be using today will be my primer potion from Ebony, and this is just to help make sure that the product stays on throughout the entire day. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with that. And you need the very like tiniest amount. I don't think that sentence made sense, but I use about that much for both of my eyebrows, and even then I don't think I use the entire bit. I usually just blend it out like in the back of my hands to make sure that it's like, I don't know, warmed up, and then I'll just go in and I put it on my brows. So I'm going to start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to start off with a little spoolie. A spoolie is super essential whenever you're doing an eyebrow routine, mainly because you want to make sure that all of the product has been like brushed in, and that all of the hairs are like kind of sticking the right way. If you don't have this product, and if you're using an eyebrow pencil that doesn't have a little spoolie, I know that they sell them in like bulk on Crown Brush Cosmetics for like $5. No, like I think it's like $1.99 for like 5 of them. And then I know that they sell like little spoolie thingies at Walmart, so you don't necessarily have to go and buy this $21 eyebrow pencil, but it's what I have, it's what I love, so that's what I'm going to use. So I like to start right here at the bottom, and I like to make my way across, just to the very tip. And then I'll start feathering my little strokes up until I reach like the last bits of my hair, and then just kind of make sure that the center is filled in. That's usually how I go. And of course just take your spoolie and blend it in. Notice that I've skipped 2 parts, my arch and the front of my brow. The front of my brow I have skipped because I like this to be a lot, how do you say it, not as pigmented, I guess. I don't want there to be a lot of product up here, so I usually leave this for last. The reason that I skipped this part, I don't normally do this, but the person that requested this has problems kind of creating an arch because she has a lot less hair down here than I do. For my orange, I actually like to have mine a little bit curved. So what I would suggest doing is I would suggest creating the curve at the bottom first, because if you start from the top, especially if you don't really have much brow here, there's a very high possibility that your arch could end up like right here, and you're just gonna look really pissed or really surprised, and you don't want that. So I would suggest starting here. So right when you get to about here, even your brows, if you don't have a natural arch, a lot of people still have where it cuts off. Usually where it cuts off, that's when your arch should kind of just go. So what I do is I actually like to curve mine. So you can curve it, you can angle it, whatever fits your face and whatever you prefer. And then I just kind of curve it down. Obviously with me, it's kind of a lost cause process because I already have it. So I'm going to show you how to do it up here, because up here I don't really have much of a natural curve or a natural angle. It just kind of really like just kind of zips down. You're going to go through, and then right where that curve is, I like to just bring it down. And then I'll just go in and try to perfect the brow and make sure everything's kind of going the way I want it to. So down here, you noticed I put a little bit of product right down here, and that is the product that I will usually blend up. Because you don't want a lot of product in the front of your brow, but you also don't want no product in the front of your brow. So I'm just going in and making sure this brow is how I like. With brows like this, you really don't have to have concealer to clean it up, because it's relatively clean. And with concealer, if you go too crisp on it, it's going to look really unnatural. And today we're going for a really natural brow. So now you can tell my brows look a little different. That's mostly because that's saying that your brows are twins and not sisters. It's completely true. This brow for me has hair all the way down to here, so it always looks really natural. This brow does not. The hair on this brow stops right here. There's like this little curve right here that doesn't have hair, so this one always looks a bit more intense. So you're never really going to get your eyebrows to be exactly symmetrical, and if you do, it'll probably look a little bit strange. But yeah, anyways, you can very easily stop right here. This is where you can just call it quits. I'm fine with how this is, but I am going to show you one other product that you could use on your actual eyebrows, and for me that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder. Any brow powder will do, any eyeshadow will do. A lot of people use eyeshadows because it's a lot easier. I use the duo in Ebony, and I actually use the pencil in Ebony, which I probably should have said earlier. I like to use both shades whenever I use this, and I use the lighter one at the front and then the darker one at the very edge. This one, it can be very easy to create an actual light natural brow with this itself. I don't like using powder itself, so I never really do it. I just usually do it to just kind of seal this in, but I'm not going to show this step because I obviously already have my pencil on. If you want to see a video using, I have too much fun doing this. If you want to see a video using this, let me know and I'll definitely put one up for you. So the last thing you actually want to do is seal your brows with either a clear brow gel, a tinted brow gel, or a clear mascara or regular mascara. So I like using the Anastasia clear brow gel because it'll set your brows without putting any excess product in there or any excess colors, so it has a more natural finish. And I just go in and follow the brow itself. I don't try to do anything like fancy or whatever. I just kind of go at it. And then after that, once it's set, it's set. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to move. It's not really going to do anything crazy. So yeah, that is my natural brow tutorial for y'all. This isn't really natural for a lot of y'all probably, but this is natural as it's going to get for me because I have dark hair. And I like dramatic eyebrows, and this is what you're going to get. So, yeah, I don't know how the lighting's doing right now, so I hope it's not making me green. But yeah, this is And I hope this helped some of you, especially the person that requested it. Paula, I really hope this helped. I hope I was able to explain things really well, or at least decently for you. But if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, whether it's on Instagram, here on YouTube, or on my Twitter, my Facebook, whichever one. Feel free to ask me any questions. And yeah, that is about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helped. I hope you liked, and I hope you guys have a happy and healthy day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. I should start looking at the camera more, not behind it. God damn it.